Hi, guys. It's me. I'm trying to help you tonight with some order of operations so that tomorrow, when you come to school, you will know exactly how to do this. Um, so you can just be listening and watching so that when you come to school tomorrow, you'll be ready and more prepared. So we talked about the order of operations for a short time this morning when we were talking about multi-step problems. We were adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. When we were solving really big word problems, we saw that the Howell family and the McCow family were going on vacation. We wanted to figure out which family was going to spend more money and which um, and you found out that we had to not only multiply two different things, but then you found out that we had to subtract to find out which family spent more. It was a big problem. One problem took us quite a long time. So once we know how to break apart a word problem, our next step is how do I solve those equations inside a bigger word problem? So how do we do it? We use the order of operations. So we said yes today that we were solving from left to right, no matter which way what we were reading. We were solving just like we read from left to right. We would always go in a number sentence from the left side to the right side. So I put this arrow there for you to see. When we come across part of an equation, we always see operations like multiply or divide and add and subtract. When we're using the order of operations, we never ever add or subtract before we multiply and divide. So I made those red for you so that you remember that red comes first, blue comes second. Red is a 3-letter word, blue is a 4-letter word. Just my little trick to help you maybe remember that red is first, blue is second. So whenever we're solving, we're going to remember that we go from left to right and multiply and divide, then add and subtract. So let's look at a tough one. Here's our long equation, lots of number sentence, not lots of parts to this number sentence, but we've got this. We know how to multiply basic facts with zeros. We know how to add basic digits. We know how to subtract numbers, and we know how to multiply fives and twos. So let's see how we would do it if we were using the order of operations and following this left to right, multiply, divide, add, subtract, whatever comes first kind of process. All right, so here we have a problem. If we're looking left to right, we see 40 times 6 is the first thing I have to do. I know it's multiplication, and I know that if I follow that order of operations, multiply is the first thing I have to do. So when I do that, I'm multiplying 40 times 6, and then I'm just rewriting everything else that I can't solve yet because it's later in the order of operations. So when I do that, I solve the red part, and I see that I have 240 now, plus the 5 times 2 minus 9. So now again, I'm looking across. 240 plus, well, I'm not going to add before I multiply, and I still have multiplication in my equation. So 5 times 2 minus 9. So 240 plus 5 times 2 minus 9. When I solve what's in red, now I have something that looks like this. 240 plus 10, because that's what I solved for 5 times 2, minus 9. Now I've gotten rid of all of my multiplying. I never had any division to start with, so I've gotten rid of all of my multiplying. Now I'm going to go on to my adds and subtracts. What do I have? I have both. So which do I do first? Whatever comes first. And in this case, addition comes first. So now we have our fourth step, 240 plus 10 more, minus 9. Well, what's 240 plus 10? You guessed it. It's 250 minus 9. So what's the answer? Yep, 241 is the answer. That's the only answer that can be used to solve this problem, or that can be gotten when you solve this problem. If we go out of order, we'll come up with another answer, but it won't be the correct answer. Everybody will use this order of operations no matter where you are. So whether you're solving in New Jersey or whether you solve in Hawaii, whether you're in China or Honduras, this is the way the order of operation goes. So let's go back and make sure everybody knows whenever we're solving, take it away. Whenever we're solving, we go from left to right. We do all of our multiply and divide, and then we add or subtract whatever comes first. Have a good night. See you tomorrow, ready to follow the order of operations. Have fun.